What's happening, Wisdom Warriors? Back at it for another video. How's everybody doing today? So, per request by somebody who told me I should be using the original Rider Waite deck. So we're going to draw from that because this is the one I'm going to, essentially start, just learning from. Even though I got that other deck and I love it and I'm drawn to it, I'm going to use this deck. So, you guys seen it on a previous videos. So let's draw a card for the collective right now, because I'll tell you what, man, I'm gonna get into this video some raw shit. I'm going through it, man. And our first card, wow, the first card that got pulled, man. Look at that, the devil card. The devil card, the infamous devil card. So somebody needed that card. Maybe it was me. I don't know, but that popped right the hell out of the deck. Yeah, I'm even getting kind of a little anxiety while I'm on this video right now. And I'm finding myself coming up with some challenging situations that are tough right now, man. I'll tell you this much, man. This morning and last night, I really didn't feel that great. Mentally, physically. Interestingly enough, after yoga and meditation and breath work, I felt better. But what I was experiencing is like in my jaw, and like really, like it was really like this tension or tightness, or I don't know exactly how to describe it, but it felt like pressure, like in this side of my, like the right side of my face. And I was experiencing it last night, and I didn't even do the class, the last tarot class, and I was in every one of them, man. And I just could not get myself to be in that class. And I'm realizing I have to go to bed early, and I'm realizing that, you know, that we're not going through easy times right now. I keep getting, there's multiple things that I'm experiencing that are being shown to me numerous times, and that I keep finding myself in these arguments. And I'm not the argumentative one or the one like even initiating it, but I'm finding myself in them. And I keep wondering, what am I needing to be shown? And especially a situation that I'm experiencing and been going through for years now. Now it's a whole nother thing that keeps coming up. And I keep saying no. And I keep saying no. And it's almost like the universe is testing me. Like, am I going to break? Am I going to, uh, you know, um, am I going to, you know, just like, I don't know the word I'm trying to get, but I'll tell you this much, man. I'm having a tough time this week. Not that it's been easy the weeks before either, or the months before, or, yeah, but every week it seems there's days that are just tough, man. And as I started to like put the camera on the tripod today, just right before I started like, recording this, because this happened within the last half hour, and maybe when you watch this video, it's going to be a different time, obviously, and whatnot. But the fact of the matter is I was putting the camera on the tripod, and as I'm doing that, I said, why the fuck did I, like, who in their right mind, like, would would have chose this? And I just said, why? Why did I choose this, man? Why did I choose coming here, man? This is not easy, man. And I know that somebody out there is going to relate to this video and what they're going through, because I'm struggling, man. You know, I'm not going to lie, man. Like, there's 170 something videos up here, and I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I have it all together and I figured out life and I've mastered it. I know that for damn sure that one way of mastering this life is balance and not overdoing, but that doesn't negate the fact that you're gonna come up against people that you don't that just don't jive with you anymore. And you know, but like, your family and friends don't understand why you don't jive with them, or like you haven't forgiven, or that's a common thing that I constantly keep hearing is you don't know how to forgive. And I certainly know how to forgive. It's just the fact is that I've learned my lesson, what not to do anymore, and who not to essentially bring myself around, and not to go down that same road I went down before. Like, it's like it's like, are you going to continue to get whipped or burnt, like touching the stove? How many times? You know, but people that are close to you are not going to understand that, are not going to see that. And they're just going to see it as you haven't forgiven. You don't know how to forgive. And that's a common thing, like I said, that continues to come up, that I don't know how to forgive. When in actuality, I have. But I just know better. Like, I know, I'm so awake and aware to the point where I see, like, you see, if you go down that path and you can almost see, like, in hindsight, or you could see the other side of what, and that's not you creating that life or being the creator of that. That's just like you knowing, okay, well, like, how many times am I going to put myself in the same situation? Like Einstein said, you know, what the hell was the saying? I can't even remember the saying now. But it was a damn good saying, and you probably know what I'm talking about, because he had this saying about that, you know, and nothing changes if you, you know, if you keep doing the same thing again and again. Like, expect the same outcome, expect the same change, expect the same outcome, you know. And it's like, but it's hilarious that others that are pushing and pushing to bring you into that, even though it's a different scenario, it's still the same kind of, it's still the same, it's going to be the same outcome. And I will not do the same thing, and I will not allow myself to do the same thing. I'm standing my ground, and I have learned in so many ways in my life, and I don't care anymore. It's not about me not caring about others, because I do. And I have a very open heart and a very loving heart and a forgiving heart. And it's taken me many, many years to heal my heart from the pain that I've gone through, because I've gone through a lot of heartbreak and a lot of hurt. And I chose to incarnate in a family and surroundings where the relationships are conditional, you know. And I realized that I did it to grow, and I did it for a reason. I did it to learn. And it has got to be one of the most hardest things I've ever encountered as a human, to, you know, be around people that just conditionally love you. Like, if you don't do this or you don't do that, you don't love them. And if you don't do this or do that, then I'm not going to help you. If you don't help me, why am I going to help you? You know, and that's sad, man. Like, to have that conditional, like, love. Why not love somebody just for who they are, whether they can help you or they can't? You know, and that's tough, man. And I'm struggling with that myself. with relationships that I've been in and family and all kinds of things that I've been in majority of my life. And it literally is one of the hardest things. I mean, drop it in the comments if you're going through that or you experience relationships, whether it be family, friends, romantic, and it's constantly been conditional. And instead of, I don't think I've ever had a romantic relationship. Well, I do believe the last relationship I had was unconditional, but there's situations in that relationship that weren't, and maybe on my end it wasn't fully. I really have to like reflect on that a little more. And but most of my relationships and most of my life was a conditional relationship. It was like, I will do this if you do that. I will be your friend or your family member or your romantic partner if you do this and I do that. Versus like, no matter what you do, I will still love you. I will always love you. And those relationships are hard, man. It ends up becoming a push and pull up, and it becomes, you begin to build resentment and anger and a lot of other things around those relationships, around those people, around those circumstances. They, and yet I love everyone. The fact of the matter is I love myself more. And without self-love, without loving yourself more, how can you love others? How can you give to others? How can you be there for others? If you're not learning to love yourself, and I don't know, man, I'm just struggling, man. I'm definitely struggling this week. I've been struggling. I get on here and maybe it looks like I have it all together. Um, the fact is, every day I'm learning something new about myself. I'm learning that I overdid every area of my life. I realized that my father overdid every area of his life. I learned a whole host of things this last year since he passed in last August. And I learned that I will not be that person. That the buck stops here. That it's stopping here with me. And it's not going to continue. And if I pass on, I know that I'm healing those those areas of my life, and not only my life, but ancestral and generational and all of that. I came here to do that. I came to not allow it to go past me. And I know that's part of my purpose here. Not only that, but to shine my light bright. Not only that, but to serve and give back to you guys. To give back in a multitude of ways. Whether it be me walking on the street and smiling, or opening a door, or coming on here and giving my experiences to you all, and speaking about my truth, that what I go through every single day. I know that I haven't been as transparent on here and as much as I've wanted to be, and I'm more and more I'm becoming that. More and more I am coming on here and being as authentic and transparent as I possibly can, because we are all going through this together. And whether you lost a family member, a husband, a wife, a sister, a brother, an aunt, an uncle, we've all experienced that in one way or another. And not only that, but we've all experienced broken hearts, and just in our own ways, in our own journey, in our own perception or perspective of the situations, but yet they're all very similar and alike in so many ways, but yet different. Because even though you may have had that broken heart, it was a different experience for you than it was for somebody else. And especially of how you perceived that broken heart, or how it affected you. It's going to affect somebody else differently, and how they experience that broken heart. And even if you're in the same, if it's a man and a woman, and like I'm in the relationship with the person, and we both experience a broken heart in it, right? Well, her perception of that broken heart is going to be different, and her hurt is going to be different than my hurt. because of the trauma and the patterns that and the life experiences that each of us experienced is gonna impact that broken heart differently. So it's not going to be the same no matter what, even though probably everybody on this planet experienced the loss of somebody, or a broken heart, or bullying, or being mistreated, or emotional abuse, or whatever the hell it may be. We've all probably experienced it in our own ways, and in different ways. Not everybody's experienced major health challenges, but a lot has, and so we come here to go through these experiences and then to come on the other side and help others, to serve in some way, to share in some way, to share our experience, because there's going to be somebody that relates to it, that connects to it, that resonates, and even if it's one person, that's you've helped, because it's always a domino effect. You help that one person, and then that one person helps somebody else, and then that one person helps somebody else, and it just keeps going, and it circles around the world. So regardless of the fact that if you think that you aren't helping, or you haven't helped, or you don't know why you're here, there's a lot of reasons, because you have a journey and you have a life that you've lived and experienced, and nobody is going to have the same experience that you had. Even if you were in the same experience doing the same stuff, you're still going to have a different experience. You're still not going to look at it the same way. You're not going to feel it the same way. You're not going to have the same pain as the other people in the same situation that you were in together. It's all going to be different for all of you. Your experience will be completely different no matter what. Just like I spoke on a previous video about us being on completely different planets, or Earth. Everyone's on a different Earth. Because what we perceive and how we look outside in the outside world, just like how you watch this video, you're going to resonate with it differently than somebody else watching it. You're going to connect to it differently. You're going to get something out of it differently than somebody else did that watched the same thing. Because it's going to connect to you differently with your experiences in your journey, because yours was different than everyone else. That's why we all are so unique and so different, and we all have something to share, and we all have something to help one another with, no matter what, and the more we can be of service to each other in this extremely difficult time of evolution, of humanity, the better we can be, the more our hearts are going to open, the more love we're going to bring every day when we wake up, the more we're going to share, we're going to help each other to navigate, to figure out how to navigate, in a better way. Because it is not easy, especially if you're waking up now, or you haven't even woken up yet. But if you're watching this video, there's a very high likely or high chance that you are awake and you've awoken, and because you wouldn't be listening to this content if you weren't. You wouldn't be finding this channel if you weren't. Nothing is an accident. Everything is exactly the way it's supposed to be. And in these situations that I'm going through, I realize that it's the universe testing me, or it's myself testing me. My higher self it's happening for me and by me, for me to make sure that I hold firm boundaries, and I don't, allow for that to essentially, chip away at me, to break me. And that's essentially what our higher self is doing in so many ways, because every single thing is happening for you and by you. Every single thing. You yourself are putting you yourself in these situations and these challenges for you yourself to grow, for you yourself to learn something out of it. Whether you're in a class to learn something, whether you're going through a health challenge, whether you're trying to build a YouTube channel, no matter what it is, your higher self you is teaching you something, and it's happening for you and by you, for you to learn something, to maybe learn to open your heart more, maybe to learn to be more vulnerable, maybe to learn to hold firm boundaries, to stop people pleasing, you know. And I just went through a lot, and it's not, like I said, it's not the forgiveness, because I feel like I have forgiven. It's more about me not allowing for myself to be manipulated or taken advantage of, or just thrown around, like I said, that I would never allow ever again. And I believe that a lot of us are standing in our power as we go forward. We know our worth, we know our value, and we're not playing with it. Whether that's with a job, with a boss, with a family member, with a romantic partner, we're not playing with it. We're standing our ground, we're holding firm boundaries, we're knowing our worth, we're knowing our value, and we're just being courageous in so many ways. So just know that you're not the only one going through stuff. We all are. And just hold a lot of compassion and love for yourself, and don't judge yourself for it. You know, and just know that it's all happening for us and by us. Because trust me, I know I'm going through it, man. I've been struggling, and I'm being honest and real and authentic with you all. And I came on here to be authentic and to be real and raw. And just know that I'm struggling too. And I'm questioning why I came here and incarnated on this earth at this time. Because this by far is the most difficult time to be alive. But just know that you are so courageous, and you are so beautiful, and you are so powerful for doing it. You're not only doing it for yourself, but you're doing it for your ancestors, for the people that are coming in the future. You're doing it for humanity. You're doing it for yourself, for God, for everyone. And just know that you are love, and know that you are such a beautiful soul, and you are worthy and valuable and courageous and amazing. And just tell yourself that each and every day, man, that you are the sun shining bright, and that you're going to wake up every day with an open heart and shine your light bright and be the courageous one you came here to be. I love you all so much. Thank you again for another video. I hope that you can gain some perspection from this, that you gain something from it, and that you're not just watching it for entertainment. And if you are, that's okay too. I don't judge. I just hope that you watch these videos and learn something and gain something, and just, you know, grow from it, and just become a better person, a better individual, better human being, and just show up with your heart fully open, vulnerable, and just courageous like you are. We are all co-creating with the universe. We are all amazing, beautiful souls. I love you all so much from the bottom of my heart, from my heart to yours. Please subscribe, please share, please comment. You know I love reading the comments. Please like, please do it all so we can grow this channel, share it around the world. I'm so grateful to have gotten comments from people in Australia, people in France. Just, it's amazing. And I'm grateful and I'm thankful, and I love you all so much. So keep sharing, keep subscribing. Please hit the notification bell so you can get notifications when I drop a new video. And just stay blessed. Stay in the love vibration, love frequency. I love you all so much. Take care. From my heart to yours. Let's go, Wisdom Warriors. We got this.